guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey. Make sure that you are subscribed to be part of the family. So as you can see by the title, today you guys are cooking with me. We are in the kitchen, so I'm excited for today's video. What we have on the menu is some seared lamb chops seasoned to perfection, some lobster mac and cheese, and some asparagus on the side. I am so excited to cook this today. So this will be my first time making lamb chops and my first time making the lobster mac and cheese, to be exact. So I got this rack of lamb chops, guys, that I washed earlier. Washed it with some lemon and vinegar, rinsed it and cleaned it really well, patted dry. I also cut it and separated it, so you can see now it is nicely chopped up. And so now I just have it on here while I prep my seasoning. So I have some fresh rosemary from the store, some thyme. I'm gonna chop those up with some garlic. I'm also gonna link the videos that I was inspired by today. I'm gonna link those down below and you can refer to those videos as well and check them out. So I have some rosemary leaves. I'm just going to strip it out of the stem. This is my first time cooking with rosemary. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not gonna sit here and act all confident about this, but it smells really good. I love how it smells. My thyme is a organic seasoning thyme, so it's already chopped up. So like 2 of these. They smell amazing. I don't have any specific measurements, girl. My ancestors are guiding me with this, okay?
Material? You're not trying too hard.
I don't have them chopped up too small. Let me add a little bit more thyme. I'm gonna use this white bowl so I can make my marinating mix. So let me pour this in there. I'm gonna pour a tablespoon of salt in here. I need measuring cups, that's what I need. I just moved, y'all, so don't judge it, girl. I'm gonna add about half a tablespoon of pepper, about this much pepper. Then I'm gonna use some chili powder. Shout out to one of my favorite YouTube cooking pages. I told you guys about it a few Vlogmas ago. It's called Island Vibes Cooking. That's the recipe I'm using here today with another recipe and adding in my touch a little bit. This is a Sazon Complete seasoning. This has a little bit of everything. And this is not salty, it just has a lot of flavors, like it has onion and other herbs inside of it. Now I'm gonna squeeze half of lemon juice into this. I made sure there's no seeds in there. When I said I was gonna add my little touch to it, what I meant was I'm gonna add a little bit of teriyaki in it. I love teriyaki sauce. Ooh, girl, that might have been too much. So now I'm going to add some olive oil in here, and that's what's gonna make my little marinade sauce, you know? Some olive oil. Like I said, I'm just eyeballing it. See what we got going on? This smells amazing. So there's another recipe that I watched earlier that added some hot sauce. I'm gonna add some hot sauce to this mix to give me some spice, baby. Texas Pete. I needed that. Like, I didn't have it at the house. It was about time. So I just tasted it to see what it's missing. This tastes amazing, you guys. So now it's time for the fun part. I'm going to coat all of my lamb with this seasoning and make sure it all gets in there and all the flavors are in there. So it is time to get this bad boy seasoned how we really want it, okay? Make sure that all parts of your lamb is well seasoned. Got something like this, marinating to perfection. I'm gonna cover it up with a plastic wrap, let this marinate while I'm making my mac and cheese, and we will finish that off later. All right, now, next on the menu, we've got our lobster mac and cheese. First things first, we are going to boil these elbow pasta. I have some water getting hot on the stove right now. I don't even think I need that much water because I'm just making a itty bitty pot. Okay, and all I'm gonna put in this water is just some salt so it can boil. This pan right here is so I can make my roux. So what a roux is, it's like your cheese sauce. We're gonna throw in some butter, some flour, then our milk, different cheeses, spices, and that's going to be our cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. And then that is so I can make my lobster, because I have fresh lobster tails, and I'm going to cut them up, slice them up, and we're going to cook that in some butter, okay? So trust the process. Just trust the process, sis. Have some lemon. Gonna chop that up. I'm rinsing them out with water, squeeze some lemon juice in there. I went to Home Goods today and got some cooking scissors. I got a small one. I like the pack that came with a big and a small one. It depends on what you're cooking. Like, I think the small one will work for this. So what I'm gonna do is just cut that in the center here. I'm just gonna lift up that meat. Okay. Ooh. All right, so now I rinsed out the board, so I'm just gonna put the meat back on there. I'm gonna pat it dry to get all that excess water out of it. Now I'm just gonna chop this up in small pieces. I'm gonna cut it down the center. Cut it down one more time, horizontally like that. Get those lobster clumps, so I don't want them too small. So to season this, guys, I'm gonna keep it real simple. I'm gonna use some of that Slap Your Mama seasoning, which is a blend of everything. And then I'm gonna use some pepper. I've got my noodles boiling, and now I'm gonna start on my roux, okay? First things first for your roux, and I've made this before, so this is not an experiment unlike the other stuff we're making. So for my roux, I am gonna use some butter, depending on how much macaroni you're making, you know. I'm just eyeballing this. Okay. The major key with a roux is using flour after you melt the butter. That's just gonna add that thickness to your sauce, okay? So a lot of people make their mac and cheese that way, and some people don't use the flour butter combination. So it's definitely up to you. However you like to make your mac and cheese, that's how you make it, you know? So while my butter is melting, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of flour. Not too much, just a little bit at a time. Okay. As soon as you throw in that flour, start stirring it up. Start stirring it up. As soon as you throw in that flour, it's gonna start clumping up and making like a thick consistency like this, which is good. That's what we want. The milk I'm using for my mac and cheese today is carnation milk, okay? This is the Haitian favorite milk to cook. So, once everything is melted off really well, go ahead and throw in your milk and keep stirring, okay? Stirring, 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 stirring. I'm using the Kraft sharp cheddar. You can add about a cup. I mean, like I said, it's just depending on your liking. So, but you can never have too much cheese, girl. I'm gonna tell you that. And then I'm gonna add my 4 cheese Mexican. Let that thicken up. And then of course you can add in some salt, some pepper, whatever seasoning you feel like this is missing. Paprika, just to give it some color. Throw in some Slap Your Mama seasoning in here. Can't go wrong with that. So I'm just gonna throw in my noodles in here and mix it up. She gotta be cheesy to me. She gotta be cheesy. Let's work on our lobster. We're gonna let this sit for just a little bit, and I'm gonna throw in some butter in here so I can saute and cook my lobster. Like some garlic butter lobster. My lobster is already seasoned.
Cereal? You're not trying too hard.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in here with all of its juices, girl. Of course. All right, so I'm gonna mix that in here. I love that the lobster is clumpy. It's not cut too thin, you know what I'm saying? All right, now I'm gonna top it off with some sharp cheddar cheese again. Then we're gonna throw this bad boy in the oven, okay? There she go. Ooh. I have my oven preheating on 380. I'm gonna wash this because I just bought this today at Home Goods. I needed a type of like a frying pan, more of like a skillet, because a lot of my pans are like non-stick pans. All right, so I'm gonna use some oil. Throw that in here. Let's unravel the goodness, okay? It's been marinating for probably about 30 minutes. This smells amazing, guys. It smells really good. So I'm flipping some of them to the side so the fatty part on the side can cook as well.
Oh yes, of course. Looking good. So then I popped it in the oven to finish cooking for about 15 minutes. So here I'm going to show you how I made kind of a wine glaze. It was so good. I used the rest of that marinating mix we did earlier. I poured that on this skillet, and then I'm going to add some wine in here, guys. Yes, girl, some cooking wine. Stir that up really good. Then I added some seasonings to that as well. And then I'm going to add some honey because the wine that I used was more of a bitter wine and I wanted kind of a sweet glaze. So I added some honey in there. I let it thicken up and do its magic. And I don't know, girl, it just tasted so amazing to me. And it paired up perfectly with my lamb chops. Look how beautiful these bad boys look. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, girl, this mac and cheese, baby. Two small ones. Baby.
Yeah, they on top of the roof.
Cereal? You're not trying too hard.
baby. She is looking good. She is looking amazing. I had a taste of the mac and cheese already because I just couldn't resist. And girl, this is the best mac and cheese I have ever made. From now on, lobster is going in my mac and cheese, but I'm gonna taste everything for y'all. Oh, I did that. It's the lobster for me.
It's the macaroni.
Huh? You like macaroni?
This is good.
Baby!
I ain't got sauce and good.
Here, asparagus right there. Why you? How'd you go?
Damn lamb chops, lobster, macaroni, and asparagus. What happened to the potatoes?
They're in the fridge because they're already made. Just warm them up.
Nah, my girl just made this for you. That macaroni, yeah.
Food is amazing. Food is hitting, guys. Bae is loving it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want more cooking videos, let me know. Maybe comment down below. Tell me what exactly y'all want me to cook. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.